Well, NATO defence ministers meet in Brussels this week to discuss the state of the war. Ukraine says its forces are pushing forward in the regions around Bakhmut, Donetsk and Luhansk. The Defence Ministry says Ukraine has regained several hundred metres of territory in some areas, despite greater Russian artillery and air power. But NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg says it's not yet clear whether Ukraine is making significant progress.
We meet as Ukraine is conducting a major counteroffensive. It is still early days, and we do not know if this will be a turning point of the war. But we see that the Ukrainians are making advances and liberating more land. We know that the more gains Ukraine makes, the stronger their hand will be at the negotiating table.
I want to turn to a former president of Ukraine now. Petro Poroshenko was president from 2014 to 2019. He also once served as Ukraine's foreign affairs minister. Welcome back to DW. I want to start by asking, what must Ukraine troops accomplish on the battlefield, do you think, in this counteroffensive to have any power at the negotiating table, if you think that's where this war ends?
Yes, I think that the best negotiator on the negotiating table is the best diplomat we have in the world, and the name of this diplomat is Armed Forces of Ukraine. They have already several successes. When we fight with the weapons in the hands, me personally, protecting half-circled Kiev, the power of the Ukrainian armed forces threw Russia away from Kiev, then from Kharkiv, then from Kherson, and now we make an attack. I want to confirm the words of the friend of mine, General Secretary of NATO, Jens Stoltenberg, that this is the counteroffensive operation is begun, but now it is. We have first results. 7 villages on the border of the Donetsk and Zaporizhzhia region and near Bakhmut is already released, but this is the reconnaissance by fire. At that stage, we should know where is Russian air defense, where is Russian radio electronic warfare system, and where it's the most prospective place for attack. We are in the center of the war. Last night, I have a missiles attack just a little bit more than 1 kilometer from my house. And this is the atmosphere how Kievites live. This night, a member of my political party, member of parliament, Goncharenko house, was near the attack of the Russian missiles near Odessa. But that situation, definitely, we need to have a 2 counter-offensive operation. One in the east and south of Ukraine, and second in the Vilnius, where we have in July the NATO summit, and definitely one of the key components of our success victory should be invitation of NATO for Ukraine.
Mr. Poroshenko, you've been a political rival and an opponent of current President Volodymyr Zelensky. 16 months on from the start of the invasion, I wonder, how do you rate his performance as a wartime president?
I was also 5 years of the wartime president of Ukraine. And at the beginning of my presidency, we don't have an army at all. We don't have a coalition at all. And we together create one of the best armed forces in the world since year 2014. The first hour of the Russian full-size aggression, I called to the President Zelensky, meet him. It was 10 a.m., 24th of February 2022, and said, "Look, I'm not the leader of the opposition anymore, and you are not my opponent anymore."
And so, therefore, what do you think of his performance since then?
I think that the best performance provided by Ukrainian soldiers, best performance provided by Ukrainian armed forces, and the saver of that is Ukrainian people. And every of us, me, Zelensky, do maximum we can because we are soldiers supporting armed forces.
Petro Poroshenko, thanks very much for being with us on DW.
Thank you.